Hey guys, okay, so this is perfect timing. Jen, I hope that you can jump on. I'm going to show you guys doing a load of laundry with your Ultra Power Plus. And there's a couple of things I wanted to show you for pre-treating clothes. So I've got here, let me turn my camera around. I've got a shirt here that is a white shirt, which is a mistake if you have children. Just FYI, don't buy your kids white shirts. And you can see there's like some stuff that didn't get pre-treated because I typically don't remember this step, okay? But I've got here an old bottle of the dishwashing liquid because I like to use that. Dishwashing liquid also makes a great pre-treater stain remover. It's actually the exact same formula of our stain remover, but it's just in a different packaging. They released it as the dishwashing liquid first and found that it was doing a great job also for stain removal. So they actually repackaged the same product as a stain remover as well. So it doubles as both. Doesn't really matter which one you get. But this one I used up, and so inside I filled it with water, and then I actually, in this one, you could put a couple, like maybe a teaspoon of Ultra Power Plus, but in this one I used our liquid laundry detergent. So this has the added benefit of the enzymes. I put 2 pumps in this bottle, and then attached one of the spray nozzles that I had from Sportzyme previously. So I'm just gonna spray. Oops, if it's unlocked. Oh no, that was unlocked. What's the matter with me? My sprayer's not working. That's super annoying. I literally just used this the other day. Oh, what a bummer. Okay, I have to figure that out. Or, oh wait, I see. It says open to that side or this side. Let's try this side. That is the weirdest thing. And just in time for a live video. Perfect. Okay, so instead, I'm going to shake it up a little bit. Just so I'm sure it's all mixed really well. And I'm going to take this off and I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way, okay? Just get a little bit of this liquid on my stain areas. Just to kind of pre-treat that. Man, it would have been real nice if I could have shown you an actual squirt bottle that worked. But we won't stress about that. Okay, so that's all covered. Let's do a little bit up here. You can also see that this shirt is a little bit dingy because we haven't been careful about how we care for our whites. And look at this load full of actually colored clothes. And that's why this is getting dingy. But at least those areas are pre-treated. Let me get this one here. Do that one a little bit too. And then I'm going to show you guys when this comes out of the laundry how much of this stuff came out. Now this paint, I can tell you, is watercolor. So I'm not sure how it's going to react. I've never tried watercolor paint, but it'll be kind of cool to look at the after. I like doing demos that I haven't like... what do you call it? Like it's a real and true and honest thing. It's not something conjured or some kind of trick that I do ahead of time to make sure that it works when I show everybody. So, you know, this is a real test. I don't know if it's going to work. But this is what I do when I pre-treat stains, okay? And that's the combo that I use. So everything's in the laundry. I'm going to use Ultra Power Plus. And for a high efficiency machine, and I wrote this on everybody's stuff, I use 1 to 2 teaspoons of detergent. So this is the amount of the scoop that I use. This is about 1/3 of the scoop. Okay, that's how much I use in my machine because I don't love high efficiency. We've got hard water here too, so it doesn't really use enough water in my opinion. So I definitely don't want to use too much soap for sure. This is the most that I will use in a load, okay? So you put it right here. Look, it's HE, high efficiency detergent. Yes, that's what we have. It can go right in this little container because water is going to rinse through this reservoir and go straight into the washing machine. Now, if you know for a fact that your water area or your dispenser does not rinse through, then what you'd want to do is sprinkle the detergent in before you put the clothes in, so that the detergent little granules are not sitting directly on the clothes. I've never had any issue with that, but some people have, you know, complained that maybe it didn't dissolve properly or it got stuck in a clump on one of the clothes. So just for safety purposes, make sure there's never any issue. Put it in before the clothes or put it in the little dispenser. And while we're on here, so I'm going to, oh, and then let me show you one more thing. And then here, hey Sharon, glad you're here. I want to show you in the fabric softener section, the odor eliminator. So this is another sample that I sent you guys. I use a capful. Let me pour it in here. Now this is not diluted. Look, I ran over a little bit. This is not diluted. The one that you guys have is diluted by 1/3. So you could do 2 capfuls of the one that you have, but I put the capful straight in there. Or you can dilute this straight from the bottle. You can dilute it 7 parts water, 1 part odor eliminator. And you can, if you have it fully diluted, then you would fill your fabric softener area to the max fill with that, okay? But because this is not diluted, this is full strength, so I just use a capful in there. And it's also gonna rinse through when it's fabric softener time, okay? So I'm gonna put that in, and then for my loads, I always usually do normal. Warm water is fine, hot water is fine, cool is fine. Any temperature you can use with our detergent. But I always add extra rinse because I don't feel like we have enough water in the high efficiency machine. When you're washing your Norwex, if you have Norwex cloths, I like to do the heavy duty, or if you have like a sanitized setting. So it would be like heavy, it would be, doesn't really matter what kind of spin, but it would be hot water for sure, extra rinse. And then if you do put the fabric softener in there, make sure you have that on. So I'm going to switch that on so that it does rinse the water through there, okay? And that odor eliminator is going to help to just keep anything, you know, from breeding within the clothes if maybe you leave them a little bit too long, okay? So I'm going to start that, and then I want to show you how our detergent dissolves in a little glass jar, okay? Hang on one second, I'm going to the kitchen. Hey, buddy. Okay, so I want to show you how our detergent has absolutely no fillers. Let's find a jar that's pretty, here we go. This one's better. Okay, so I'm going to use a jar like this so that you can easily see through it, and I want you to see how fast it dissolves. Let me leave you right here. Hang on a second. I will be right back. Let me switch the camera around. There we go. Okay, hang on one second. I'm just going to get water in this. Okay, so we've got water, and then I'm going to use my scoop, and I'm just going to do a sprinkle in there. Okay, so you can see that. Let me get a lid. Oh, Jack, the freezer is open, buddy. Okay, and then I'm just going to put the top on. Come on, top. And I'm going to mix it up. Now, we don't have a bunch of extra surfactants that bubble. Sorry, low battery mode. It is bubbly though. You can see that while it's, you know, mixed around. So let me just let this sit for a second while the bubbles kind of settle. So at the top, it's totally bubbles. You can already start to see at the bottom that it is becoming very, very clear, especially with me in the way so that it's not, there's so much backlight. It's so bright here. But you can see there's nothing that didn't dissolve. There's nothing floating. And the longer I let this sit here, the clearer and clearer it's going to get. And notice that the powder had no issue in dissolving. And I think that's really amazing because typically people have issues with powder. But that was just a quick shake in tap water and it completely dissolved. Okay, isn't that cool? So we still have bubbles at the top here, but the rest of it, look at that. I mean, that is, it almost looks like it's just clear water. I love it. What that means and what that says to you is that there are no fillers in this detergent. And I love that. There's nothing going to sit in your clothes. It's not going to rinse out. There's nothing that's going to get stuck in your washer and make it all grimy and gunky around the front loaders, or in the areas that you can't see. If you stick your head in your washer and you're like, something just doesn't smell right. Look at that. I mean, that is clear as can be. Yay. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys that and show you the laundry. If you have any questions about how to run a load of laundry, do let me know, but it's really straightforward and really, really simple. Okay, talk to you soon.